From the mile, I'm flying high. It's prime time, Coach Prime got the squad ready. Now it's our time. Boss in the black and gold, undefeated as a goal. Travis out of lock and down, he's taking full control. Shooter in the pocket, throw it down for precision. Man, listen, every play, every snap, man, it's like a vision. We got talent in the trenches, fire in our souls, fire shoes on our feet. We can't be beat. Boss Nation, stand up, let the world know. Undefeated season, we ready, let's go. Our receivers got the speed and they got the hands. Corners in the lead, they don't stand a chance. Shit is slinging bullets, wide outs on the go. Somebody let them know it's about to be a show. Linebackers hitting hard, defense never rests. Every down, every yard, we put them to the test. The boss on the rise, better check the stats. We are like that, we taking every game, no looking back. Boss Nation, stand up, put your wrist in the air, hold it up, they know what time it is, Shadura. It's more than a game, we are putting our stamp on the game. Gold jacket, Hall of Fame. We grinding every day, we making history every week. The Buffs are the future, y'all gon' see. Travis and Shadura, they leading the pack with a team full of stars. There's no turning back from bowling.
Yo, man, we back and we don't know how to act. Look, I'm showing y'all something right now, y'all. When I tell y'all things, I don't say it just to say it. I don't say it. Y'all hit the tiger, hit the light button so we can light the tiger up. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the light on the tiger right now because it's kind of dark in here. I'm scared of the dark. I'm scared of the dark. All right, we got the tiger lit up, so let's get it. All right, so y'all remember I posted this video. It's probably like a month ago now, and I was like, dang. I said, Dwight Howard finna get married after all that stuff he had been through. I'm like, what? And now we know why now. She got married just so she can file a divorce 6 months later to try to get half of his stuff. The reason why I'm talking about this, y'all, because when I say stuff, I'm not just saying stuff just because, like, oh, I just want to bash these people, whatever. When something come across my head, I'm just like, hold on, this ain't making no sense. Now, 6 months later, now it makes sense. Like, that's why I brought it up. Because I was just like, what woman in her right mind would marry Dwight Howard after all that stuff he was going through, right? So when we go down this path, when we talk about other stuff, keep this in mind. I don't want to just bash people, I got brothers and sisters and all this kind of stuff too. But when something don't add up to me, I gotta question it, right? So that's with everything, with Colorado, with the NFL. Every time I see something that don't make sense to me, I say, why would they do this? Why would they say that? Because I want to make it make sense. Now this makes sense now. Married this dude. He a little gullible. I don't know if y'all know, but Dwight Howard lost $8 million. Dwight Howard bought a WNBA team where he tried to buy a WNBA team back in the day, and he lost $8 million. They stole his money. And like, I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy about it when these athletes lose a lot of money. Like how Fat Joe, he talked about it. When his finances and stuff took advantage of him, they put a gag order on him where he can't speak on it. So that's like somebody coming to your house and robbing you. And now when you go to court, they say, look, you can't talk about this to nobody. Even though you're the one that got done wrong, but they're protecting the criminals. So Dwight Howard lost $8 million. That money gone. Nobody ain't even talking about it now, right? Just nobody talking about it right now. He can't even mention their name when he bring it up because it is what it is, man. The power that be, right? All right, so let's move on. I just want to show y'all that because when I talk about this stuff, y'all, I'm not just talking about it to bring on hate. I'm talking about it because I'm trying to understand why they doing what they doing. But this first story today, let's talk about Coach Prime and the Big 12 media day last week, right? Now, two things. Coach Prime that's my dog. Like, I'm ride or die with Coach Prime. Even when he on the good foot or the bad foot, y'all know he got a bad foot. When he on the bad foot, I'm still on him. And one thing that struck me with this, that two things that struck me that kind of weird. When the guy asked Coach Prime about his health, he didn't want to answer the questions. Like I'm good, blah. I mean, you good, but what was going on? And so when I see stuff like that, yeah, I question it. It's like a little, okay, was he milking this, or was he really that injured, or was he doing some other stuff and he just needed some more time, and Colorado gave him that time, but they put a stamp on it like, okay, look, we're gonna say you under the weather, blah blah blah. Cause when they were saying he was under the weather, I seen Coach Prime fishing. I seen go, and I look, I don't care how much you love to do something. When you bat off like that, you ain't going no fishing. Coach Prime was out there fishing. So I seen that. I was like, that was kind of weird. I'm not saying he wasn't sick. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it was a little weird. It was a little weird. And when the guy asked him about it, he kind of shot the dude down and didn't want to answer no questions. Now, if you somewhere where they ask you questions and you don't want to answer questions, like when Beast Mode was doing that, he got a bad rap for that, right? When y'all remember Marshawn Lynch, he was like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. He got a bad rap for that, right? So I just want y'all to know. So down the line, if Coach Prime gets some backlash from some reporters, and like Coach Prime talks to the reporters kind of rough, like he said something to another reporter, and like some of these people might report bad stuff on Coach Prime. They might be in the truth. They might say some weird stuff here and there, and I get it. I understand that. I understand it 100%. And so you don't like these people, but to lash out at them, nobody don't want nobody to really lash out, right? And this is the thing I notice about my people. Sometimes we get a little too emotional about stuff. We get too. I'm in the boat with y'all. I ain't saying I'm above it. I get in my feelings too sometimes. Like sometimes I'm talking about stuff and people come at me. I'm like, why the hell they coming at me like this? Blah, blah, blah. And so I start getting my feeling. I have to bring it down a notch. Like, hold on, T. Just bring it down. Sometimes some of this stuff, one of my homeboys helped me out with this. He said, sometimes T, some of the stuff you're talking about is over people's head and they don't understand what you're saying. They're just gonna put it in the box of hate. He'll say until a year, like with the White Howard situation, 6 months later, now we see, okay, wow, I was talking about it. And right here, when I'm talking about with Coach Prime, two things I've noticed. When Coach Prime don't like a reporter, he'll dig off in them. Now, it's some people that don't like Coach Prime. And when they dig off of him, he don't like that. So it's like, Coach Prime, give these people the same grace you want. It's a lot of folks, it's a lot of stuff Coach Prime do that I don't even speak on. You know why? Because I give him the grace. I give him grace. I don't even speak on it. Some stuff I'm going to hit, but some stuff I just leave it alone because that's my dog, right? And I know he's doing more good than he's doing bad. That's another thing. He's doing way more good than he's doing bad. And the bad that I see is opinionated bad, right? It's opinionated. I can't sit here and say, oh, he did this and this was wrong. It just, I didn't like how that felt. It's emotional stuff, right? So far as just being a good guy, I put Coach Prime in the good guy category. I put Coach Prime in the exceptional good guy category because he's building leaders left and right all over. He helping men be better men every day of the week. And come on. All right. So Juju and K Salt was at the media day. I haven't heard any of the interviews or any of their media takes. I just heard that both of them was there, right? And granted, Juju is the guy, right? Like he's the guy of the future, right? But I'm telling y'all, and this is what I want y'all to understand. Coach Prime, he said Jordan Seaton called him the other day because he was coming to Dallas for something, and Jordan Seaton called him and he wanted to know where was a good place he could go get his hair braided, right? And Coach Prime said something that I love. He was just like, ain't that just cool where a player can call their head coach asking about where they can go get their hair braided? And Jordan Seaton called him because Shador and Shiloh used to get their hair braided in the same city. So, okay, you might not know, Shadur might be at practice or something. Maybe he couldn't get in contact with them. But y'all know somebody that can get a hair break because you had two sons that were getting your hair break, right? But this is the a main thing that why I love to see these African American coaches coach some of these African American kids, because sometimes we have issues that other folks are not aware of. They don't even understand how to deal with them because they never had to deal with it, right? Never had to deal with it. With Coach Prime, he was talking about this whole situation. He was like, "That's pretty cool," and that is cool. That's even cool for you can even to be able to call your head coach. I mean, granted, this dude is a five star. I think he was 5 star coming out. I know he was the best offensive lineman coming out. And they said he might be a first rounder. He's working his butt off. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Sometimes when you're that guy, you get different privileges that some other people don't get, right? You get stuff that's this is what I want Coach Prime to be like for these kids. Because a lot of these kids, they don't really have direction like that, man. That's why you see a lot of these NFL guys and NBA guys going broke because they don't have anybody to guide them. They don't have nobody to guide them. And a lot of times when you're this caliber of a player, you need the cream of the crop. Somebody that you knew did stuff better than you to tell you, hey man, don't do that, don't do this. I did it, I got burnt. So when you look at them like, dang, you one of the best to ever do it, and you saying don't do it, I'm not gonna do it. But when the regular local joker down the street tell you, hey man, don't go out there and get involved in this, man, I'm telling you, you're like, dude, you don't know what you talking about, man. You ain't never been out the city, dog. You don't know. You don't know how this go. So, and that's what I want Coach Prime to do. That's why I hope he get a lot of the top athletes. So a lot of these top athletes can go to Colorado. They can get exposure. They can get taught by a lot of these ex players that's coaches now on the staff and teach them what way to go, what way not to go, how not to lose a lot of money. Now, one thing that I do see with the Colorado culture is this right here. And some Georgia Bulldog fans sent this to me the other day, talking trash. Now look what y'all doing to the quarterbacks. Y'all just turn them into whatever. Blah 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 blah. Y'all got a hood organization instead of building champions and all that kind of stuff, right? And I'm just like, look, I get it. I understand what y'all are trying to say about the jury and all this kind of stuff. That could be a waste of money, but that's the flash. You got to give these kids something they can do. You got to give them something. And I think some of these kids getting some kind of deals. I don't think they spending all this money on this stuff. I think they got some kind of deal going on, so they're getting it at a better price, right? But even when I was young, I had a gold grill. I had a big chain with a. I ain't had nowhere near the money they had. So you go through that stage when you had that stuff, and then one day it just sit in the box, just sit in the box. But I don't want them to be spending hundreds of thousands like I should do. Got that big chain, hundreds of thousands. And I don't know. I don't know about that. So I understand why Georgia Bulldog fans were calling me and talking trash, but you got to let them have something. And these fast cars, I'm saying, take away these fast cars. I understand why they want them, but a fast car can get you in trouble. And if you notice out there with Coach Prime and like Shadur and all them, they didn't really have the fast cars. I mean, Charlotte had a Mercedes. Mercedes are pretty fast, but they didn't have the typical Chargers and stuff like that. The cars that you want to drive fast, right? They had luxury kind of cars. So I mean, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, but I feel like they're going in the right direction, and I feel like this is the culture for a lot of young men that look like me. Even some Caucasian brothers are starting to get involved in this, and the Hispanic brothers or whatever. So this is like the culture right now. So it's when you start trying to tell kids they can't be like the culture, they start feeling like, man, you doing me wrong, blah blah blah. This is what everybody doing. I don't want to be here because I can't be myself. Even though this might not be who they are, they just have seen it so much, it becomes part of you, right? Now, one thing I seen that was funny. I want y'all to look at my man face, y'all. Look at his face when Coach Prime. I guess this was at the media day when Coach Prime when Coach Prime was hugging Juju's auntie. Look at Look how he looking. Look at his face. Look at that Coach Prime. Like, man, here he go. He coming in for the kill. And look at the auntie. She just loving it. She smelling that cologne. She loving every bit of it. Juju looking like, man, here we go with this BS. Oh, this was a classic right here, bro. This is kind of like that family kind of thing right here. This that family where it's like we can play around and joke like this. We family. So this was pretty cool, man. I like this. But back to the Juju and the Salters thing. I understand it, but I want y'all, and this is for the players, because I was in this situation where I was a dog, but I had a surgery, and when I got to school, I couldn't go 100% because I was still rehabbing. So the new coach that came in his mind was like, okay, this dude, he kind of hurt. We don't know if he gonna ever get back right. I'm gonna just go ahead and go with the younger guys, right? So in any kind of situation, they always try to put the younger guys in front of me, which I understand because I had just had my surgery. I was, I only had 2 years left, right? But I noticed some dudes don't get the shine. See, Juju's getting the shine. Juju's getting all these moments to learn and to grow because they're trying to bring him up in the system to where once it's his time, he's gonna be ready. He's gonna be able to take the program to another level, right? So the kids that go there, and I try to tell a lot of guys is if I don't see you on the camera, that's not good in Colorado. If I never see you in the air takes, I never see you running routes, I never see you making plays, I never see, even if you are making plays, but I never see you making plays on camera, that's not good. That's not good because they're gonna start putting together like a media plan, how they want to package this team and what they want to sell to the public and stuff like that. And Juju's a safe person. He's safe. Like even though he got the jury and all that kind of stuff, he's still marketable, right? He's still marketable. And I think what Colorado is doing is letting some of this young cats behavior be more acceptable so people can see it. And you even got like the fans wearing the gold chains and stuff now. So like the Georgia Bulldogs, they wear the gold chains. You got Miami with the turnover chain. So it's starting to become more of a thing. Like, okay, this is what we do, right? It's not just them, right? So shouts out to Colorado, man. Colorado's moving in the right direction. I talked about how they had a lot of 4 stars and stuff to sign. The Big 12 is moving in the right direction. I'm happy for all, like to see all this. And since Coach Prime has went to Colorado, I'm playing a dynasty mode right now in the new college football game. I'm trying to play with all the black coaches. Man, there's a bunch of black coaches, man. So it used to was only like 3 or 4. Dog, now it's like, I'm telling you, it's like 10 now. It's like 10. So, and some of these guys Coach Prime played against at the HBCU level. So it's cool, man, to see this turnaround like this. And I mean, it's just cool. I love it because a lot of black dudes love sports. They love putting their heart and their mind into this. And you want to have the same opportunities. You want to be able to coach. And for the kids, a lot of kids want to be able to talk to somebody that understand what they've been through, where they came from. So, you just feel like you can trust the coaching staff when they've been through some of the stuff, or they had family members that been through some of the stuff you've been through. But that's just part of it, man. So I'm happy. I'm happy. All right, so let's get into some of this other stuff, y'all. We finna get into some of this other stuff. Let me see who I got a comment. What's going on, Northside? What's happening, bro? What's happening? All right, so let's get into some of this other stuff. And like I'm telling y'all, dog, I've been talking about this stuff. I'm talking about it. And I'm gonna show y'all my receipts. Sometimes people talk about stuff. And well, hold on. Before we get into that, hold on. Let me play a little bit of this press conference so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. I want to show y'all a little bit of this press conference. Let me see. Which one is it? Is it this? Nah. I gotta show you a little bit of this press conference. But y'all know I'm not just blowing smoke. I don't know if y'all seen it, but all right. Oh, hold on, man. Dang.
Man that has called me daily, checked on me, make sure I'm straight, make sure I'm getting better and better. And I love you to life, my brother. I know you're somewhere clean as the Board of Health right now. And I love you to life, and you are absolutely the best. What you have in store for the Big 12. Rick, my AD, love you to life. You've always believed. You've always been a man of a standard. And I thank you for giving me a tremendous opportunity. The coaches of the Big 12 are incredible. I love them. They've been calling, checking on me, making sure I'm straight. But you talk about knowing football, teaching football, communicating with their kids. None of this stupid animosity or jealousy. I love the coaches of the Big 12. I want to beat them all, but I love them. I truly do. Uh, we sold out season tickets for the third straight season.
Now hold on. I want to show y'all something. Like I said, I gotta call this stuff out. Did y'all see he just took a shot? He just took a shot at the swag. I don't know if he took a shot at the Pac 10 or I think it was the Pac 10 back when they was over there. But that was a shot at the swag. Remember y'all they came out with that song about who is swag and all that kind of stuff. So like that was a shot. And I understand why he said it. I understand why he said it because I don't think he want to do is work together and help the swag build and get money. Like he just wanted to build and they fought him tooth and nail, right? So I get it. I understand. But do you have to say that, Prime? Do you have to throw that jab? Or could you just walk away from that? But let go. Let keep going. Let keep going. Well, man. All right.
Seasons, and 11th time in CU history. Prior to 2023, it had been 26 years since we sold out, which is incredible. I'm truly thankful for that. Class rankings, class number 24 overall, third straight top 25 class. First time on the record, top three straight top 25 classes. I love it. Our coaching staff, this is without Byron Leftwich, which I'm praying that he does the right thing, and Mike Zimmer. We have 160 years of NFL experience with those two added. That's 204 years of NFL experience, and I want those years.
Pause right there. Pause right there. Y'all been hearing me say about Leftwich. I'm like, okay, why is he not here yet? Like, why haven't we? This dude was announced way back in the spring. Why have we not seen him yet? And he was like, I'm praying and hope he do the right thing. So it's just like you still undecided. Byron Leftwich, I understand the NFL. I get it, dog. But you got a chance to develop some young guys and make history and do some wonderful things. But you got to also remember he got to deal with Coach Prime. Coach Prime is not easy to deal with when he on the wrong side of the bed. Like we heard Bucky and Adam talk about it. Like when he wake up on the wrong side of the bed, anybody can get it. So that's probably part of it, and recruiting and doing like you never have your time off when you in college. And that's why I think Coach Prime with this sickness is having his time off. Like that's his because regular coaches can't really have time off like this. Like I'm looking at stuff right now with these other coaches, like they have to make them have time when they don't recruit because they don't, they're gonna keep recruiting all the time and they just never gonna stop because it's just in their DNA. They always trying to get that edge. Hey, what's going on, Rand? What's happening, man? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. But all right, so let's get back to it, y'all. Let's get back to it.
Last season, the first season in CU history. Only team in the country to appear on network television or flagship station of ESPN every single darn game. And I love it. And as for right now, we have 4 games slated for network television as well as ESPN. There's Georgia Tech, Delaware, Houston, and BYU opening out the gate. So we will be seen, we will be heard, and we will be known. You youngsters out there, they're still trying to decide where you want to land. Okay, we're gonna start off with a wonderful woman because that's what I do, and I have that kind of respect.
Now hold on, before we go any farther, let me. That's a big accomplishment. I mean, I said he was on ESPN every game last year. Every game that's crazy work. Like I don't even think the big dogs get that kind of attention. Like that's why Texas. That's why they had to do their own little in-house studio and all that kind of stuff, because instead of them begging ESPN to have them on, they would just that kind of love. So that was special for Coach Prime. Like I said, I hope it continues. Now I understand why some people don't want to put shine on these other coaches, because they feel like if they put shine on some of these other coaches, they might take the shine off Colorado. But that's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. As long as Colorado win, I don't think it's gonna happen. All right, let's get back to it.
So let's put a microphone to one of the ladies. Let's go.
We'll go center right, second row.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all what Coach Prime doing right now. Coach, he's marketing right now, dog. He's a great marketer. You see, ladies first. He's been a gentleman. He want to let the ladies, because sometimes ladies in the room put a bunch of men. Sometimes they kind of feel like they're gonna kind of wait their turn, and you only have so much time in these meetings before it's over with, right? So he's trying to make sure he get the ladies a turn, and that's grace. And on the back end of the show, what I'm gonna do, a lot of people gonna look down on me for calling the ball a strike, but it is what it is. And see, this is marketing. This is why Coach Prime and all them have the love and the like appeal, or however you want to call it, that they have, because he understands how to work a crowd. He understands how to be polite and to do it on the big stage when everybody can see it.
First of all, how you all doing? You good? You just saying that? Or you good for real? Good. There you go.
Hi, Coach Prime.
How you doing?
Glad to have you here with us. First
Love
of all,
your hair.
today.
Love your hair.
Thank you so much.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all what Prime just did. Coach Prime just buyed some time for they could find a lady. He made sure he buyed time. He didn't just skip past it. He said, "Nah, I'm gonna talk to the crowd. I'm gonna do." Now this dude, he's smart, man. He understands how to work a room. So he let them get to that. Maybe if she was like in the middle of the crowd or something, they have to kind of get over to him. But he asked the crowd a question. He didn't really care about how they doing, but he did that to buy time, so you don't have all that dead air space. Coach Prime, you good, man. You good. And he was just like when he talked to the young lady, he asked her how she doing, how talking about her hair look nice and all that kind of stuff. He giving compliments. And see, some dudes can get away with this, and some dudes can't. So you gotta kind of know your lane. Sometimes you say you give too many compliments, like with Cam Newton, when he tried to get the lady, he tried to call a lady a sweetheart, he got in trouble. But let's keep going.
I appreciate it. I'm Candace Lamb with D210 Sports.
Gotcha.
Coach Prime, you faced your own adversity recently, and while that's personal, your strength and how you've carried yourself publicly has been public. We've all seen it. I want to know how you instill that strength, obviously in your players and this program, and how you merge that into the culture that you're shaping at Colorado.
Great question. First of all, I trust God with all my might, all my soul, and everything I have. I never waver. I never say why me, regardless of what's ahead of me or what I see. Like, Lord, just use me. If you could use anything, you could use me. So I'm truly thankful. I'm truly a go-getter. I want to win at all costs. I want to win the right way. I want to set the right standards, and I want to prepare these young men for life, not just football. I want them to be professional. First and second of all, I forgot, where's my
Hold on. I want y'all to catch what he said right there. He said, I want to win the right way. Now, we going to get into this Teddy Bridgewater stuff later on. What's going on, Black and Shield? What's going on? Appreciate you for tapping in with us, man. Hey, so look, Coach Prime said this. He said he want to win the right way. And that's so important. I'm telling y'all, when I got on the college level, and I would like listen to some of the stuff some of these coaches and stuff would say, and they were just like, look, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win. So Prime is trying to do it the right way. So he up against a beast. Because a lot of these folks from the cheat, y'all see Miami just got caught. Trying to recruit a player, they just got caught. I don't know what's going to happen to Virginia. They got caught. Coach Prime called them out. So a lot of this stuff is swept up on the rug. You know the reason why? Because so many of them are cheating. If you pull back the wool on one, now they can tell on somebody else, and everybody can get told on. So a lot of times they just gonna look the other way and just cheat because you doing it, he doing it. If we don't do it, like if y'all listen to Coach Hayes podcast the other day, he talked about this. He was just saying how Teddy Bridgewater got caught up in the situation, and I'm gonna put that on the screen real quick. And he was just like, that's what, to be a coach, you have to pour into these kids, and sometimes the money that you get from school, you end up giving it back to the kids because some of these kids don't have rides home. I know Teddy was doing stuff like he suspended from the Miami Northwestern team reportedly. That's why he went back to the NFL. Now I understand why he went back to the NFL. But he was doing stuff like giving kids Uber rides home and stuff like that. Sometimes kids, their parents working. Sometimes some of these kids don't have cars and stuff, so they got to get somebody to come pick them up. Y'all know, I've been the last kid at school before, waiting on my mom to come get me because she worked a job and my daddy worked a double. So it's like I ain't had nobody come get me. So I understand why Teddy was doing what he was doing, but I also know more to this story. I know about a big kid that was in Georgia, big kid. I'm talking about his brother went to Alabama, and there was a situation where Teddy was trying to get him down there because he had people in Miami. So he would go, his daddy people was like down in Miami, and his mama people stayed in Florida. So he would go back and forth. They were trying to get him to come there. And I heard about some little stuff. They were trying to give him cleats and stuff like that. And they was trying to persuade him to come there. So it was more than just ride homes. It was other stuff too. And Teddy had the money. He a millionaire. So he got the money to do little stuff for these kids, and which I feel like is fine. But these colleges and these, how I want to say it, these organizations, they have stuff in play, and they're gonna let some people get a pass, and they're gonna make it harder for other people. And Coach Prime tying this back to Coach Prime, he know he's one of them people that's gonna have to go the hard way. If he try to do it the fast way, they're gonna smack him on the wrist, and they're gonna really try to embarrass him publicly, like how they just tried to do Teddy. And Teddy said, well, you know what I do? I go back to doing what I used to do and coach from the bleachers. But now he's already been in house and he got the system in place. So it's easier for him to coach from the bleachers now. And he can go get another job making some real money, and he can still funnel money into the program. So hopefully that's what he's gonna do. I'm happy he got the Bulls back on top. The Northwestern, I think it's Miami Northwestern. Yeah, I did a series about Miami Northwestern, man, about 15 years ago. I did a series about this school, and I made it seem I had a player that was a dual threat quarterback that could, from Northwestern. If y'all see, it's called Blue Chips. Y'all go look on my old channel. I made a story about it, and I talked about how rough it was growing up there. And with one of the linebackers, he was going to the University of Florida. He was fighting the coach and all that kind of stuff, and It was a big crazy thing. And I mean, it's crazy that it was like one little kid got shot, and like a little kid, like 12 years old, got shot, and he was just saying how football was like his escape from the reality down there. So it's a rough spot, man. That's why Travis Hunter came to Georgia to get away from this environment down there because it's just so crazy, and a lot of them kids be getting in trouble. Their dads in jail. It's just wild in Florida. So when you got a coach that's trying to help out, even though you're doing the right thing, they're gonna get you for it because they kind of wanted the environment to be the way it is. Y'all gotta understand some of this, man. It is what it is. But all right, so back to Coach Prime. And I'm glad Coach Prime trying to win the right way because that's the only way we can really do it.
Mike Irvin, the playmaker, he came here with me today. Man, I love you to life, man. I just want you to know that. I want to tell everybody in front of I love you to life. I really do. Thank you. Don't make me cry, man. Thank you for being you, man. I really do. Bull jump, so I'm really not going to tell you much.
All right.
You know that. But I'm not here to talk about my health. I'm here to talk about my team.
Do you know what an average day look like for you on the ranch?
Average day, I'm looking good. I'm living lovely. God has truly blessed me. Not a care in the world. Not a want or desire in the world. Thank you, sir.
All right. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Center right.
Right there, dog. Hey, but I understand it. Like they said, it ain't no fun when the cat got the gun. So some of these organizations, some of these news outlets, they do little shady stuff. They put out little funky stuff. So now, Coach Prime, I can talk to you or I cannot talk to you. If you talk bad about my team, you say little little slick stuff here and there. I'm not gonna really give you what you want when it comes to us in a room when I can give you more stuff to print and all that kind of stuff for your show or for your I don't know if it's Twitter because they don't have newspapers no more. They don't have magazines like they used to have anymore. So whatever they column is, wherever they post their stuff, he can choose not to give them a lot. All the stuff they got to get it from the words of another reporter asking him because he's not going to give them a lot. And I understand that. But just know it can come back and hunt you. The more you be funky, when they get a chance, when it's their chance, they going to be funky too. Just know.
Hey, Coach. Xavier McNevin, Scope Up Sports. I wanted to ask about your wide receiver group going into the season.
They are unbelievable.
They are.
They are awesome. I can't wait to unleash them. They're great. Now you got to understand they're replacing some dogs that all of them will be in a professional. All four of them will be in a professional camp from a year ago. But these young men are unbelievable. I can't wait till the world get a glimpse of these receivers. We have some youngsters from freshmen on up that can flat out go get it. And I'm proud. I'm proud of our recruits, our coaches. I'm proud of what we've brought into Boulder, Colorado.
Now look, I said this a while back, y'all, before these dudes even touched down. I said Colorado is going to be the Miami of the 80s. They're going to be the greatest show on turf. I didn't know we were going to get a turf field. Now we got a turf field, so they're going to be the greatest show on turf. And it's the most stuff I said they're going to be, man. I can't remember. But it was like 4 different things I said about them. Like Colorado finna be that, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Colorado is finna be the team to watch. And if it goes the way it's going on this game, what we gonna see next year, and I'm gonna skip ahead to this Salters and Juju stuff. Like on the game, y'all, and this is just a default of how they do dual threat quarterbacks. Most dual threat quarterbacks, except for like DJ Lagway and some of them, the top candidates to win the Heisman, most of these dudes, if you're not the top 10, they kind of create you like, if you're a dual threat, if you can run, they're not going to let you throw the ball really good, right? And that's how Salters is. Salters can run and he can throw if everything is perfect, but a lot of times his ball flutter on it. His ball, if he throw a deep ball up the sideline, it'll go out of bounds, like stuff like that. And I've seen this stuff in real life. So it's not like this don't really happen, right? So what I had to do was on third downs, on downs when I need to throw the ball for real, I bring in Juju. So on a lot of when I know it's passing time, like like right before half, 2 minute drill, I bring in Juju. Like he run the offense. But the majority of the time, Salters run the offense unless we get in the passing situation. Then I bring in Juju. And y'all remember, I was saying this earlier in springtime, and people get mad at me. I'm like, look, y'all, I gotta understand. Salters is a run first kind of guy. He a running quarterback. He's not gonna be able to do what Shador did. I hope he can work on his mechanics and everything. He got a quarterback coach. He's been working. I hope he can show the league that he can throw. That's one reason why you come to Colorado to showcase your skills to the league. So I hope he can do it. I'm not saying he can't, but the reason why the game make a lot of these players move the same way is because a lot of these dudes have not developed their throwing. They rely on their running more. That's what get them out of a lot of trouble. But once you get to that next level, it's gonna be harder for you to run your way out of stuff, and it's gonna be harder for you to work on your throwing and stuff when you're on the highest level. You gotta already kind of have your mechanics and stuff down before you make it to that next level. Because this is when you can learn now. It's hard to learn when you're on that next level because everything moves so fast. But I hope Salters can do it. But I'm just telling y'all what I've seen, what I've in the past with other quarterbacks, and even the game, they're doing him the same way. So hopefully he can be the one to break their mold like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, he broke the mold. Most guys can't break that mold. Most guys can't really. The only other guy I think that kind of did it was RG3, right? And we're gonna get RG3 a little later on. Rand said you think he's being who he is. We got Cali Love in the building. What's up? What's up? And see, I got somebody that agree with me. I appreciate that, Miss Blankenship. I appreciate that. But let's skip ahead to this when he's around about 17 something when he started talking about no, it ain't 17 something. It can't be 17 something.
Did the doggone thing that was unbelievable, and now he's soaring. And I'm just happy, man. I want to see everybody get together. I want to see everybody win, except when they play us. But I want to see everybody win. But I'm proud of Coach Dillingham and what his relationship with those kids and those young men. And I know some of them. Great question.
Center right, first sir.
Roe Parrish,
My
CBS.
brother.
Hey, Prime, number one, blessings to you.
Thank you.
Glad to see you up here healthy. Again, Roe Parrish, CBS, Texas. You are very meticulous when it comes to things about Colorado, whether it be players, uniforms. Will you pull back the curtain on the process of what you will be selecting when it comes time for you to say, now give me my theme music?
Smart, tough, fast, disciplined young men with character.
Wait, hold on. No. I know that part. When you say give me my theme music, as you know, I talk about music.
Right.
What's going to go to that process of selecting that track that's going to play?
I got to feel it, man. I got to get a feeling for the team. I got to get a feeling for how they move, how they work, how they, what they want, their needs. And I just got to get a feeling for it. See, I'm old.
Now, hold on, y'all. I think this is, and Coach Prime got the pull for this, and I spoke on this last year, I think. We spoke on this. I think they could get a song made, a personal song made that can be played at the stadium where people won't get offended. Now, some stuff that we listen to, can be offensive to some crowds, right? I think they can find an artist to make a song that can actually highlight some of the good things about Boulder, the Colorado, Coach Prime, the players, and they can make it to where it'll go for whatever moment. And I hope Coach Prime do that, man. Like his family, they do music. And Bucket can't even make the song, but it gotta be PG because you're gonna play it when they come into the stadium and you want to be able to play it and wherever y'all go. So that I think they need to go that route, Coach Prime. Like get somebody to do y'all a theme song. And you can change it up, but do you a theme song like how 50 Cent had that theme song for Power? Like, do you a theme song, dog, and rock it, bro. Own it, dog. I think y'all can do it. You can even have Coach Prime. You can even have a part in the song, dog. But you got to have somebody that's gonna make it rock. You got to have a good producer like Timberland or somebody that's gonna make it jump. But if you put that challenge out there like that, you will get over 100 people trying to get in there and give you a good song. I bet you will.
School, not an old fool. I'm old school, but I gotta adapt to what's now and what's current. So sometimes I may let Big Jordan, Seaton, I may let the big fella, who's a phenomenal player, who's gonna be a first rounder. This is a testimony that this is how much I love my players. Big fella called me yesterday and FaceTime me, and I was out there watching Grown train. Grown is Shador, I'm sorry. He was preparing at the crib, for his tremendous season that he's going to have. And the big fella called me, he said, Coach, we fly in and we get in like 6, but I need to go somewhere and get my hair braided because my hair is raggedy. I said, okay, what you thinking? He said, well, how far is downtown? Because I think we'll be in the McKinney. I say, I think you can make it at a reasonable time. Ain't nothing going to happen. But the moral of the story is I'm happy that my players can call me about getting their hair braided.
There it is.
I don't know how many other coaches in the Big 12 that the players can call them about getting their hair braided. And I love the big fella, man. And he's going to be a phenomenal player along with the other guys that we brought.
All right, now I'm with him 100% on that. I spoke on this earlier. I'm happy that he can call and say, and well, his players can call him. And I just want it to be more players. I don't know if all the players have the same access. Because I've heard some stories of some kids that was leaving that was kind of disappointed. And they were saying they never really even seen Coach Prime. Now you got Jordan Seaton got his phone number. So, and it come to the house and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know if you got to be an elite to be able to get this access. Do you have to be a straight baller to get this access? Like who all gets this access? I don't know. But that's pretty cool. And the thing about it is, it's not just Coach Prime that can call. It's a bunch of players on that staff. I mean, not a bunch of coaches on that staff that has been in the NFL and has played their positions and stuff like that they can call. So I like that, y'all. I love that because a lot of the kids are lost and they need somebody to help guide them, right? And a lot of the kids ain't trying to do it wrong. They're just trying to figure out and they don't really know the answers to the test. And sometimes you find out the hard way. So with being able to call your coach, he know what's going on. He know if you end up running late, why you late, because he told you to go down there. You know how far they, you know about the traffic. A lot of stuff, it make problems go away when you can have this open line of communication with your coach. But another thing that Coach Prime did that I love and I wish I had in mind, like sometimes I guess I talk good, but sometimes I'm like I look for the bad sometimes, right? And Coach Prime, he was talking about Shador. He was just like, he's gonna have a tremendous season, whatever. He's speaking into existence. He's speaking positive energy into the conversation. He ain't dwelling on the past. He's speaking positive energy into everything. So I love that about Coach Prime. I wish I could do that more. Sometimes I just look at life for what life is, and sometimes life hell. Like life ain't kind all the time. Ran, you said I'm gonna try to open the lines up, Ran, and let you jump on later on if you're still up. They call Coach Potluck. Hold on, they call Coach Potluck. Coach Potluck. Who is Coach Potluck? I don't know Coach Potluck. I don't know Coach Potluck. Who is that? I don't know that. You gonna talk to me some again, Miss Blank shit. You always be putting me on game. But I'm trying to. I don't know if I skipped it. I'm trying to see what he said about the quarterbacks.
Time for a couple more questions to go center, right? Fort Rock.
Hey, Coach Prime, Stephen Johnson, Fort Worth Star Telegram.
How you doing, sir? Fort Worth Star Telegram. Y'all used to be on my neck.
Hey, I just got here. But,
amen.
You guys play TCU again this year.
Yes,
I'm just curious, how significant was that game in 2023 for you?
It was everything. It was like the genesis of my coaching career in college, in major college football. It was the genesis of you seeing Travis and Shador, some other players that we featured in our program. And it was phenomenal. I mean, I'm excited about coming back to Texas to play because, this is my second home now, but I absolutely love it. They have a wonderful coach as well, and I'm pleased and I'm thankful.
Now, look, let me tell y'all something. on the game. And some people don't believe the game. I believe the game. I've been playing the game for years. I'm playing right now. I'm playing against TCU. TCU got a losing record. They 1-3. I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm like 3-1 or something like that. I'm ranked or whatever. Right? I'm ranked in the top 25 of Colorado. They smacking me every time, bro. We go in Texas Tech. I didn't know how nice Texas Tech Stadium was. They got a pretty stadium, bro. But they smack. I mean, not Texas Tech. TCU. TCU is smacking me, bro. They smacking me every time. So I don't know how good it's gonna be for us this year, dog. They put the hammer down on me. I'm talking about first straight. I went to sleep, bro. I couldn't beat them. And most time I just let it play out. They would beat me so bad. I was like, nah, this ain't right. Hey, this ain't right. So that TCU game, y'all, we got a challenge. We got a challenge. How they pieces fit our pieces is hard. I ain't gonna.
Showed love. So I'm thankful for that as well. But I can't wait. I can't wait to come back, as well as Houston. We go to Houston as well. So I can't wait. We have 2 games in Texas, which is phenomenal, and which allows us to recruit tremendously. So I'm happy about that.
Final question, center left.
Coach Prime, Kevin Turner, Sun Devil Radio Network. Right over here, Coach.
There you go.
Right here.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you. Curious, there's been some talk about some of your colleagues, some of the other coaches with regard to some of the changes that they would be interested in implementing, and I've always admired your ability on the field and to market and brand. What would you change if you had a voice today with our game in college football?
Well, I think I do have a voice. You're talking to me right now, right?
Yes, sir.
I got a voice. Okay. What I would change in college football, it has to be, and they're trying to implement it. It's got to be a salary cap on this stuff, because this stuff is going crazy and nobody know where it's going to land, where it's going to end. And you have so many different doors. It's like I would see a player that said he got an offer from another school. And I'm trying to figure out why you guys haven't investigated it, and how is that possible when the guy's not in the portal? How's that? Now, if that was one of my players, you guys would be all over it. I'm trying to figure out, how can somebody say you got a $5 million offer? How? And the kid is not in the portal. So I think we need to be upright and upstanding. Secondly, I like the professional rules to be implemented in college. They're getting ready to be pros. So let's go 2 feet in, on the catches. Let's mark the foul if we pass interference. Let's do the same thing the pro game is. Let's do it to college. And let's do something about the uniforms. We got guys out there in backer shorts. That makes me sick, because I'm a football guy. Like I played this game at a high level, and I have so much respect for this game. And how can we allow for this tremendous game? Now I could go all day when you talk about making.
Now look, he said some stuff. He said some stuff right there that I agree with. I don't know about the 2 feet with the catches, because it still is the amateur, like you up under the pro. So that 1 foot, sometimes that's a little easier. So it brings more excitement to the game. I've always said that about the pants and stuff, and about the pads and stuff. These kids, they're not protecting themselves because they want to run fast. That's not cool. I think I skipped over it, dog. I think I said 17. Maybe I was talking about 7. Let me see if I can find this about when you talk about the quarterbacks.
By the time you guys were talking junk about me going in that portal, now when everybody go in the portal, it's okay. It's cool when they do it. But it's a problem when I do it. Ain't that a rap song? First of all, let's get this straight. I love me some Joey McGuire. And one of the best coaches in our conference. I've seen him excel from high school all the way to where he is now, and he's a winner, and I absolutely love it. And I love him because he's a man of standard. We played there last year, and we was getting bombarded by them tortillas. I don't know how to say it. Somebody said tortillas. We was getting bombarded by that. And Joey grabbed the microphone and told him to stop throwing at us or it's going to be some consequences. And I love that. And I love Joey.
Now, y'all look on the game. They talk about they actually throw the tortillas at the game and against Nebraska. When they score a touchdown, Nebraska, they let the balloons go. So in the game, they really trying to dig in and show some of this stuff that's happening in real life. They trying to bring it to the game.
Joey, I know you're out there, baby. I love you, man. I appreciate you. Can you send, a few of those dollars to us so we can get some of those players too?
Center left in the back.
Good afternoon, Coach. Alyssa Cooper with the Fort Worth.
Where you at, baby? I can't. Where you at? Okay, there you go. There you go.
Coach, you've spoken very positively about the Big 12, and I was just wondering, how do you build out the long-term plans for your program, given that the conference has grown and changed over the years?
Well, I started this by saying I love our commissioner, I love our AD, and they provided a luxury of growth, of unity, and respect. So our long-term plans are to win. Our short-term plans are to win. I have a simple formula. It's like 40, 40, 20, grad transfers, and high school kids. So I stick to what we do, what we know that works for us. It may not work for somebody else, but it works for us. And it's been working for us, so I'm pleased with it. Great question.
Center left, fourth row.
Hey, Coach. Justin Lasser, Toasted Devil's Digest over here. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you.
You and Kenny Dillingham both got started at your respective programs.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find where they talk about Juju.
Talk about my team.
Do you know what an average day look like for you on the ranch?
In the right way. I want to set the right standards, and I want to prepare these young men.
I'm trying to. I don't see where is that. I can't see it. I told you. Maybe I don't. So he talked good about Juju and Salters and how both of them guys should like he don't know who's gonna be the starter right now. And see, all right. Now I want y'all to jump on Coach Prime. Because when I said this, I was like, look, K Salters gonna start, but if this happen, Juju might come. Like when Coach Prime said this, do y'all have the same kind of sting and the energy for Coach Prime when he said the same thing I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure it out. It's a reason why he got Juju at the press conference. It's because they got plans. And this is no dig on K-Salt. K-Salt is a wonderful athlete. He's gonna do his thing. But Shador gave the keys to Juju. Juju is the highest paid player on that team. Keep everything into perspective, y'all. Like Juju's not there just to be on the team and sling his hair around like what's the quarterback, the safety that played Palomalo that played for the Steelers. Look, he there to play, and he's there to throw that ball around. So all right, y'all. So we're gonna move into some other news. Now, I don't know if y'all saw this, so I'm gonna throw this out first. Asante Samuels, when he was mad, Asante Samuels, he was going at Ryan Clark. I'm talking about he going at Ryan Clark heavy, right? Y'all know Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark, he do a lot of stuff on his shows, on the pivot. He's on ESPN and different stuff like that too. So Ryan has made a career out of being a broadcaster, a talent on and off the field. He played for the Steelers for a while, and he wasn't the most talented, but he got the job done at a high level. I mean, Ryan is one of them guys, right? That you kind of like as a football player, you got to take your hat off to him because he was never just giving it. He had to always take it, right? Now, Ryan, let me see, can I find this, dog? Let me see, do I have this? Speedy. Let me see, do I have this? I want y'all to hear it so y'all can understand like where it's coming from. And I went at Ryan a while back. I went at Ryan because he was talking about RG3 and the whole situation a while back. So I was just trying to make it make sense. And hold on, let me see. I don't know, maybe I don't have it. Maybe I don't have it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Dang, why I don't have this? Why I don't have this, man? I'll just talk about it real quick. So they was going back and forth, right? And what Asante Samuel was pretty much saying was, and y'all know Coach Prime went to Asante Samuel's show, and they sat down, they had a conversation, and they were able to have a conversation. They didn't really get into the meat of the topic, which I wish they would have got on, but Coach Prime gave Asante Samuel his flowers. And he said, the only thing you didn't do was travel. And Asante, like, the reason why I didn't travel is because more balls are getting thrown to my side. So why I'm going to leave the side where the more action is at, you're like, that's why I'm the last cornerback that got 50-something interceptions. And Coach Prime was like, I ain't never look at it like that. So when they was talking about people being in the Hall of Fame, y'all remember this dude was the last cornerback to have 50 interceptions. Ryan Clark just, when they was talking about this, he kind of butted in and was like, man, he just that did something in the league that you couldn't do. Like, why are you down? Because you thought the man is looking for attention. He's not looking for attention. He's just saying, y'all give credit where credit's due. If I got the most pick sixes in the history of the NFL in the playoffs, I got 50 and touchdowns. Why are you trying to down talk my accomplishments? I'm not on my platform trying to down talk you on your accomplishments. So I understand what he was saying, and I felt this way before. So with this whole situation, we can tie all this stuff into each other because Ryan Clark always just jumping into stuff. And he don't got no business jumping into it. This is not your conversation. Let Asante Samuels have his conversation, and if he's trying to get into the NFL Hall of Fame, which he should be in, how you got records in the NFL? He got records that Coach Prime don't have in the NFL. So he got the same amount of Super Bowls Coach Prime got. So if he doing his, he actually got more interceptions in a lesser period of time than Coach Prime. So if he's doing this on a high level, we saying Coach Prime is the greatest, but he's done stuff Coach Prime couldn't do. Why should we try to minimize this man's accomplishments? And Ryan Clark, you've been guilty as charged with this, dog. So I was going to talk about this today, and then I started seeing some of this other stuff, and we're going to get to all this, y'all. So I don't know if y'all seen this about with Shaq, talking about he going to fight RG3. RG3 keep talking about Angel Reese, right? Now we're going to get, I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to play this for y'all can see this, and then we'll go down this rabbit hole. To me, this is kind of crazy, but let's watch it. Let me take this down. Now, to me, I feel like Shaq doing too much. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think Shaq doing too much. I think he let me see. Now, hold on. Hey, hold on, y'all. Let me take this picture down. All right, let's get to it.
I hate you now for messing with her. Now what? Say something about me. Speaking of man, RG3, tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese. I'm punching your fucking face. Okay? It's enough. Like, I don't usually do stuff like this, but just stop it, bro. You got your job, you got your podcast, leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her and telling her not to respond. Fucking stop it. That's the last time. Okay? Thank you. It's not real hate. If you look around what's going on in this real country, that's hate. This is sports. I'm not supposed to like you. It's a shame that all the stuff you did in your life, you're going to be remembered for your podcast. You're going to be remembered for your podcast. That should tell you you're not that fucking great. I don't want to be remembered for Shaq's Bit podcast. I do not. Like, leave those curves alone. You already spoke on it. Let it go. So what? He hates us. So fucking what? I hate you now.
Hold on, y'all. We got to stop it. We got to stop this, bro. Because you just let somebody talk and you don't go in. Dog, come on, Shaq. You doing too much right now, bro. And your energy is in the wrong place. Now, all right, y'all know when I say stuff, I got receipts. I'm not just saying this just to say this, y'all. All right, so and my man called out. Well, we're gonna talk about all this stuff, dog. My man, he called out RG3 a long time ago. I forgot his name right now. Forgot his name, but he called out RG3 a long time ago. He called RG3 a cornball. And I understand why you would call RG3 a cornball. I understand that. I've been around dudes like RG3, black dudes that really don't fit in around black guys. They really don't feel comfortable talking to black women, so they go talk to white women or different races, or they hang out with different kind of guys. They hang out with different, like, dudes that skateboard and stuff like that because they grew up differently, right? Some dudes don't embrace the culture the same way. Sometimes people, they got a different spirit. They want to move around, right? But because you don't like what I like, I'm not going to attack you, right? I'm not going to bully you because you like to skateboard or because you like to do Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. When I like to go out here and go eat chicken wings at, at the club at nighttime. They're just different. People different, right? But they calling him a cornball because he don't really hang out around just all black dudes. But y'all, if we talk about what America really supposed to be, RG3 is living the American experience. He hung out with black dudes. He hung out with white folks. He dated black girls. He dated white girls. He hung out with everybody. And this is what America is supposed to be like. If you look at Coach Prime, the reason why Coach Prime has been successful is because he hang out with everybody. Coach Prime got a relationship with Goldberg. Coach Prime got a relationship. I don't know who the lady is that was with him at Jackson. Prime had the most white kids, Caucasian kids at an HBCU playing on the team. Like, he even went to a Caucasian tight end in overtime, which he dropped the ball, but he went to him in a crucial situation. And it's like, he got Mata, the kicker, like Mata doing his thing, and they got a cat speaking Spanish and all that kind of stuff. So Coach Prime is diverse, right? If you're gonna make it in America, you kind of gotta be diverse, unless you just gonna be locked in with your own people. Even like Chinese folks can't just rock with Chinese people. They have their little net group of people, but they still sell to everybody else. So you can't just make it in this world and just be all about your one group of people. That's why segregation was such a big thing. White folks really understood, like, hold on, we need their dollar too. We need the black dollar. If we want to survive, we need to integrate this thing so we can have more of their money. If we got the best facilities, they gonna come eat over here, and instead of going down there to the juke joint. Like, so we gotta be mindful of how we. I understand some folks, they don't want to be black at all, and they want to be another race. But I don't think RG3 is like that. And it was like, you never helped the brothers. I'm gonna show you what RG3 was doing right here, and they took it down. So like, I can't even show y'all this post now because they took it down. So I'm gonna show y'all the picture. I screenshotted it when RG3 was working out with the dude Speed. And we gonna get to the Travis Hunter thing too, y'all. Travis Hunter finna do something crazy. Travis Hunter might be about to make more money doing something besides playing football, y'all. This might get crazy. This might get crazy, y'all. But where is this picture at, man, with RG3 and my man? Don't tell me I don't got it on here. I got RG3 is with Speed. I don't see it right now. I don't see it right now. I know I had it. Hold on. You say no, Shaq. Not cause RG3 should have not said or posted. All right, now okay, I got you. I got you. So, all right, so I was trying to find a post where RG3 was racing speed. He a streamer guy. He's one of these guys that he supposed to get that $600 million deal, right? And RG3 was working with him. But this is the thing I'm gonna tell y'all about speed. Speed is just like RG3. He deal with everybody. That's why he about to make a $600 million. He gonna get a $600 million contract because he's a crossover kind of dude, black dude. He's a black dude, but he do a lot of suspect stuff. Like he always, like, one of his celebrations, he turned to the camera, he put his booty to the camera, and like that's kind of suspect. Like, what kind of grown man putting his booty to the camera? But he does that kind of stuff, and the other audience love that, and that's what he does. So he's a black dude. He can run fast. He can do all this kind of stuff, but he hangs out with the other crowd more than he hang out with his people. He got cousins and all that kind of stuff that he hang out with, but on his day to day, he hang out with the other crowd because he can do what he want to do and live how he want to live, and they accept him for being that. They don't talk about the way he talk or how he do this, why you wearing these clothes or what kind of shoes you got on. Like, they just let him be who he is. And so I understand why him and RG3 will have a little bond, right? Because they see the world the same way. But guess what? When all this stuff came out about RG3 with this post, whatever, that video is taken down now. The reason why I'm talking about that is because I want y'all to understand, even though he cool with RG3, they was rocking out. As soon as some stuff came up that wasn't good for his brand, he cut it off. He cut it off just like that. When it wasn't good for his brand, he cut it off. So let me show y'all what I'm talking about when I'm talking about good for brand and all this kind of stuff. And what RG3 was talking about with Angel Reese was, we getting all this stuff bench screwed. RG3, when he posts this thing, so this is what RG3 posts. So hold on. So let me go back to show y'all my receipts now. Before all this stuff posted, this was one of my last week's show. We posted, we were posting Angel Reese, her stats, how she's in the All-Star game, how her numbers, whatever. We talked about all this stuff, how she got a WNBA record. We talking about all this kind of stuff. We talking about how I said I like how she do her sexy stuff. Just keep being sexy, man. You cool, right? Then we was talking about on another podcast, we was talking about how her numbers at the beginning of the season, they weren't that great. And now on the back end, her numbers looking real good. So we talk about this stuff on a day-to-day, right? And we talked about this right here. How she was on the cover. And I want to show y'all this real quick. I'm gonna show y'all this. Well, hold on. Let me finish this with Shaq. Let me finish this with Shaq. So when I get into all this stuff, y'all understand what I'm saying now. Y'all understand what I'm saying. Let me finish this off with Shaq.
But she's not gonna respond because I'm the one calling her and be like, baby, keep it classy. Because she's not soft by any means. You're from the streets. But I'm like, you're beautiful. Don't indulge with these fools because he's a fool. You don't even have G14 classification to say that. I would respect it more if Lisa Leslie said it. Like, that's your category. Stay out of them people's category. Okay, you're sports, whatever you do, you talk about sports, but bro, don't.
Oh, what you mean, bro? Stop it, Shaq. Listen what Shaq said. That's these people category. Like, he talking about sports. So he's a sports guy talking about sports. When he first started talking about all this stuff, he was talking about Angel Reese, when they Caitlin Clark, and they was about to get into the fight thing, right? That's sports. Right now, we talking about a video game cover. We talking about sports again. Like, you saying, so only girls can talk, or ladies can talk about ladies' issues, but women want to get treated fairly, right? And I just watched a Pivot podcast this morning because I was going to talk about Ryan Clark, and they had a guy on there from the Eagles. I think he's a cornerback or a safety, and they were just saying how he was like going through emotional like trauma and stuff because he got cut by the Eagles. He went to another team and he came back to the Eagles and he helped them win the Super Bowl this past year, and then they cut him again, and now he's gonna go play for the Houston Texans. And they were just like, why you think they treat you like this, whatever, and they was trying to figure it out. And so this is what happens when you're a top player. you get cut if you don't do things a certain way. And they like, look, why? He was like, I had outbursts, I did this. And he was like, y'all look at my record. I ain't never fought nobody, I ain't never had no. And they were saying somebody, he put a hit out on somebody. And he was like, I ain't put no hit out on nobody. Like, I ain't even never talked to this dude. Like, so the whole thing I'm trying to get y'all to understand, you got other grown men that's making millions of dollars that's getting cut off their team because their behavior is not fit for the team, right? So sometimes if your behavior is not what they desire, they will cut you. And he was like, he kind of having mental anxiety, all this kind of stuff, because he's paying for everything. He was like, if I lose this gig, my mama and my kids and everybody count on me, it might get bad, right? So he having anxiety right now. He like, he don't know. He trying to figure it out. He's 27 now. He's like, I'm still kind of young. They acting like I'm older. So they just trying to find a way to get rid of him. And they now on the pivot, they trying to walk through steps to try to figure out, okay, what could you be doing wrong? So when you get your next team, you don't do the same thing. They're not just saying, no, we're not going to talk about this. You're fine. You're great. No, they're saying, look, man, retrace your steps. What have you did in the locker room? He was just saying how when he got to, I think he was in Houston. No, he was in the Eagles. And it was like the music was playing loud and they was in the weight room. And they always make the rookies. Y'all seen what Shador and Shiloh was saying, what they're Shador saying he'll clean out old boy locker. Shiloh said he gonna be the snack guy, all that kind of stuff. When you're a rookie, they make you do little stuff. So it was a lot of weights on the floor in the weight room. And he was like, hey, Rook, y'all clean these weights up, right? And the rookie got mad and went and told the coach, and the coach came at him like, look, you don't talk to the rookies like that. That's not how it's normally done. If you're a vet, you can tell the rookies to pick up the weights. So I'm getting to all this, y'all, to let y'all see, like, when the norm, when you do something and you rub people the wrong way, they treat you differently, right? And what RG3 and all them are saying is some of the stuff you can do at Angel Reach, some of the stuff you can't do. Because if you do it too much and you rub somebody the wrong way, you can get blacklisted. You can get traded out of the league. You can get blocked out of the league. That's all he kept saying. Look, when they was on vacation, it'll come up. And he took this picture with his wife on vacation, and he got cut from his show, right? He got cut for doing this picture right here. And it looked a little suspect or whatever, but he just having fun with his wife. They got the same clothes on, outfit, whatever. They out doing their thing. But they cut it, dog. Like, they cut him from his show because of that. So he understands, like, look, anything you say and do can be held against you. So he's trying to warn her, like, hey, some of this stuff you want to pull back on. But let's finish what Shaq's saying, and let's see how Shaq just pushing everything up on the rug.
Deep, y'all are females. Y'all understand what that's like. If he hates her, so what? Mind your business. Like, I don't mind you doing your job with anyone, but don't pick on that little girl. Because guess what? I'm her protector. Now pick on me. You pick on me, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face.
Now, so in the chat, y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. Do y'all feel like, what's going on, Warren? Salute. What's happening, Warren? Do y'all feel like Shaq is picking on her? I mean, not Shaq, RG3. Do y'all feel like RG3 is picking on her? Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all feel like he is. Y'all put a 0 in the chat if y'all feel like he's not. Like, do y'all feel like he's actually going out of his way to pick on her? And the other thing, when he's talking about this post that was tweeted out. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all the post that was tweeted. Well, hold on, let me show y'all how RG3 responded when he got let go for hanging out with his wife and doing whatever they do, and they post a pic. I'm gonna show you how he responded to it. I'm gonna show you how he responded to it. So we can get the clarity. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Here we go.
For the love of God, this picture is going viral right now. Stay with me.
This is a giant croissant from Felipe Contassini, Paris. And my wife said, you know what? Why not? Let's try it out. Seems like it's going to be delicious. So we took this picture, thinking nothing of it. We're just having a great time in Paris. And then when in Paris, you must croissant. Or as we captioned it, it's always croissant o'clock in Paris. But then the internet got a hold of it. And boy, oh boy, did they go to work. I guess the man can't enjoy a croissant with his wife and post it on the internet anymore. I will spare you the memes, but you can go find them for yourself. But just know that this croissant was absolutely delicious. Our matching pants even made it even better. I will never shy away from having a good time with my wife with the croissant in hand.
No. All right, now y'all see that's how he handled that situation. He lost his job, all that kind of stuff, but he was still cool. And what he did, he started his own podcast. He did his thing, and him and his wife do the podcast together. And that's what I want to show y'all, that picture with him and Speedy, because in the background, you see his wife in the background. And when he did the post about Angel Reese, his wife was in the background. They were trying to make it seem like, oh, you had the white woman in the background when you're talking about the black girl. No, he has his wife in the background a lot because she do the show with him. When he doing a special, he talk about something, he get in front. If she doing something, she talk about, he get in back. So they got two chairs back there to sit in the back. So whoever story it is, they can sit in the front. It's so like people, they ain't watching everything and they just jump to conclusion and saying stuff. Like, honestly, I think RG3 is one of the most neutral people. And Shaq was just like, he's picking on this little girl. All right, so this is the picture, y'all. I'll show y'all the picture. And look, so this is the cover right here. All right, the new WNBA, NBA 2K game is coming out. You got Carmelo Anthony on it. You got my man, I think his name, I forgot, SSG or something that came. And you got Angel Reese. It's a female WNBA like league and built into the game now, right? And I'm actually show y'all some highlights to this, like her playing. It looked pretty good. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But RG3 posted this picture because somebody sent it to him, right? Somebody, so this is Angel Reese. They trying to make fun of her, right? I'm trying to show where's the original post. I think I had the original post when she was on the cover just by herself. Cause we talked about this last week. Here we go. We talked about this last week. So I already showed this, but somebody else took this and they put a little mic on there, right? So, you know, they were like, they going in, but look, somebody did this with RG3. Somebody did this with RG3 when he played for the Redskins, right? So RG3 been through this same stuff, bro. They done him like this, right? So, and let me see how y'all voted. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? I want y'all to see, y'all won't vote. I want y'all to stick y'all neck out there and y'all let me know, is RG3 on the wrong side or is he on the right side? Y'all put a 1 if he on the wrong side. Y'all put a 0 if y'all don't think he did anything wrong. But all right, so let me get to what Shaq said, so we'll be clear about all this. Dog, we all know this, and that's why she playing the WNBA. We know she a woman, dog. Oh yeah, so you saying 1? You say he was wrong, right? I'll say he was wrong, right? Okay, all right. So look. So when they did this picture of RG3, they were wrong for doing this, right? Or whoever did this picture, they was wrong. But who was the original person that did this picture? It wasn't RG3. I'm gonna show y'all what RG3 posted when he shared this picture right here. Nobody ain't talking about the original person who shared this. Nobody ain't talking about that person. This is what RG3 posted. He was like, all right, this has got to stop. This has got to stop. There's no place for racism in the world. And see, y'all got to understand this. I got friends like this. My friends that I went to school with, almost 50-50, like 50% of them dudes got married, like interracial couples, right? From all different countries and stuff, right? So I know by having conversation with them, they have different kind of conversation in their house. It's certain things they can talk about. It's certain movies and stuff that they don't watch or whatever because they got multiple races in the house. So it's like it's certain things. Like one of my homeboys, he said they can't. He said they can't say the N word in their house, right? And I was like, that for real? He was like, yeah. He like because it's offensive. Because if my wife say it, now it's an issue. So he's like, so nobody can't say it. If she can't say it, I can't say it. My kids can't say it, right? But one of his kids got called the N-word at school, and it turned into an issue, and they had to go through that. So the wife ain't never had to go through this kind of stuff. Now she got to go through this kind of stuff. So it's some things they try to avoid because their house is blended. You got to deal with different grandparents and all kind of stuff. Now different cultures come together, so you can't treat everything the same. Your food and stuff different. Like the shows y'all watch, is so much stuff different, and you're trying to blend these different cultures together, right? So I'm not just saying this because I'm an RG3 fan and not. No, I'm talking about from what I see with my friends that have been in interracial marriages, some that worked, some that didn't work, some that's still going on to this day, some of the stuff they had to deal with and how they dealt with it, right? So I see why RG3 says what he says, because he's not trying to be on no racist stuff. He's just trying to talk about people being good people, right? And how this all got started, he was saying Angel Reese, she retweeted a post where somebody was saying she gonna put hands on that white girl or something like that. And it's like when you're trying to have brands, right? And see, we talked about this the other day. Like I was talking about how Coco was on a Wheaties box. And I was like, is Angel Reese gonna be on the box next? Will she be on the box? And one of my dude LG sent us this. She already on the box. Reese's Puffs. She doing her thing. She already got it, right? But guess what? You repping Reebok. You repping General Mills. Now you on 2K. You repping this. They got you, man. You doing your thing. And I like how you got the sexy involved with your shoe. How you always got the sexy going, right? I like it. I like the black Barbie. I like it how you got the shoes with the roses all on there and stuff, and these Barbie shoes that came out. I rocks with it, right? So I rocks with it. And we got some zeros in the chat. We got a Warren, we got a 0 and a 1. I got you, Warren. I got you, Warren. But bro, hold on. Got all right, so y'all going at RG3 for talking about sharing a monkey post, but what did RG3 post when he shared the post? That's the first thing he posted is this got to stop. There's no place for racism in the world. So instead of y'all going at RG3, why aren't y'all going at the guy that posted this, right? You see his name right there. Y'all see his name? Are people going at him? And you see RG3 is not following this guy. So people's like, this didn't have a lot of it was only like 21 likes or something when it first started. But once RG3 showed it, 3 million people. But guess what probably happened now? If somebody know this dude and they know his job, he could have got fired from his job too. Because RG3 brought some attention to it. Like, are y'all looking at it that way? He called out an injustice. And he said he kept quiet about this because Angel Reese started talking about his family and his kids. Like he wasn't talking about her no more at all until he saw this come out and he was like, this is wrong. So he talked about it. So is he being nasty right here, or he trying to call somebody to the table like, look, y'all, this ain't right? To me, it's like he's saying this got to stop. This ain't right. We should never be calling people monkeys and stuff. Like, come on, y'all. Depicting people as monkeys. We shouldn't do that. That's what he's saying. We shouldn't do that. He's not saying, oh, y'all, this is how Angel Reese look. Like, are we seeing the same thing? I just want to make sure we seeing the same thing. Like that's what I see. And he said he tried to leave it alone because all the backlash. But then look what Shaq do. Shaq don't attack this guy. He attacked RG3. And we gonna get into more of this tomorrow. But I'm gonna say this, y'all. And see, Whitlock, he came out. He said something about Angel Reese. He was just like, at first he went with it, blah blah blah. And he like, but what she's doing for the WNBA, she's actually turning the corner. She got a lot of brands and stuff. She bought it to the soccer team and everything. So she's doing her stuff, right? And he was just like, the sex appeal that she brought was good for the league. And me and my homeboys been saying that for a long time, but people get mad. Y'all know what they always say? They say sex sells. That's what I've always heard. That's why you always want to try to have ladies and stuff working in your restaurants, whatever, because you want a pretty lady serving you. You want a strong, big dude serving you. You want a lady serving you, right? But Angel Reese was kind of like, she didn't like how people were sexualizing her. But when I watch her videos, look at Angel Reese. She jumping, dancing, putting her booty all in the video. Here's another video. Her and another girl in the video. The other girl facing, she turned around, put her booty all in the video. Here's another video when she walking. Like, look at this skirt she got on. That skirt come all the way up look how that cut come all the way up here. That cut come all the way up here. So it's just like, in DJ Bless One, you did a video, and I rock with you, DJ Bless One. But like, I'm hearing the bias in you too, dog. I'm hearing it. I'm just like, y'all, why we can't talk about this like for real, for real? Like on this picture right here, we talking about how Caitlin Clark, her numbers are down, and how Angel Reese numbers are up. Now, if y'all look at this, y'all help me understand. Their numbers are almost the same, except for Angel Reese got more rebounds and Caitlin Clark got more assists. Their numbers are almost the same. But we finna bash. Listen what my man trying to do. He trying to bash Caitlin Clark because her numbers are almost the same as Angel Reese. He's like, oh, her numbers are down, but her numbers are almost the same as Angel Reese. So if you can bash Caitlin Clark for this, that means you can bash Angel Reese for this. But the thing about it is, Angel Reese numbers are up and Caitlin Clark numbers are down. But I don't really care about neither one of them. Like on that, all that we want y'all to do is help build a league, do your thing, stay out of trouble, and help the league grow. That's all we've been saying the whole time. Help the league grow, stay out of trouble. Like Angel Reese be doing little stuff that's kind of risque, and we like, look, don't do that, man. You got too much to lose. You got too much to lose. And tomorrow I'm gonna finish up this story, and I'm gonna show y'all a person. I'm gonna show y'all a person that's almost lined up with Angel Reese. They almost walking in the same footsteps. And she started off like Angel Reese, and she was gonna do it her way. And I'm gonna show y'all her 7 years later, how she changed up and how she getting more opportunity and stuff now. But now she's doing it on the back end. And it's almost funny, like their stories are almost a mirror image of each other. And the reason why I want to bring this to y'all attention, because when the other girl was saying, y'all leave me alone and all this kind of stuff, she was blowing opportunities. Now she done cleaned it up. Now everything going better for her right now. And this is, we just saying the same thing. It's like when an old cat see young cats messing up, we speaking on it. We ain't saying, oh, don't say nothing, leave them alone. No, you can't leave them alone because they're going to mess up and ruin their opportunity because they're young and they don't know. And I get it, Shaq. I get it. She's helping you make money, dog. And I get it. You trying to help her on the back end. But RG3 said somebody from her inside circle. Somebody from her inside circle reached out to him. Was it Shaq? Was it somebody else? We don't know. But RG3 is not gonna put that source out there because now you get this person in big time trouble. But a lot of times people won't tell superstars, P. Diddy, R. Kelly, and some of these ladies look, you got to change your way up. They're afraid because they know if they tell them the truth, they're gonna get fired or they're gonna get all kind of attitude. So they just don't want to say nothing. And that's not how to real. I'm gonna tell y'all somebody else that did the same thing. This man right here. Now, did Bill Cosby get in all this trouble because he was trying to buy? I think he was trying to buy CNN or NBC or something like that. He was trying to buy it by the network, like how Shaq brought Reebok back. I think he was trying to buy the network. And y'all remember back in the day, Bill Cosby could do nothing wrong. Bill Cosby would say all this nice stuff you got to say and how you treat women, whatever. But then come out down the line, oh, Bill Cosby has some other stuff going on behind closed doors. So like, I don't buy this, dog. When I see these dudes saying all this stuff, oh, do this and do this, I don't buy it because I know what goes on behind closed doors. And you saying stuff in front of the camera to make it sound good, but behind closed doors, you do stuff your way, and it ain't always the way you want everybody to know how you rock. It ain't the way. Even when Shaq was on the show with Angel Reese, they always got in trouble because when they started talking and going back and forth, and people were finna start saying Shaq was a bad guy. Just that quick. He her protector, but just that quick, he was finna turn into the bad guy because he disagreed with something that she was talking about doing, or he was just trying to change her mind, thought, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he almost turned into the bad guy. Just that quick. So now he learned, okay, I'm not gonna go against it. I'm gonna just go with her. I'm gonna just let the young person lead me. Hey man, hey, look, people still see black and white, and the reason, man, the reason why people still see black and white, it ain't because of black folks. And I'm gonna just say that it's not because of black folks. But hold on, let me show y'all this video game. It looked nice, dog. It looked real. Let me show y'all this. I was actually, when I saw it, it made me want to just go on there and play around with it just to see. Here we go. Take this Shaq picture down. And when I seen this, I was like, what the heck? What the hell? She on there getting to it. And they got her face like, that's one thing when you got somebody facing. I was saying that was pretty cool, man, how they had her on there with the the hair moving. That's what I really like, how the hair move like that. So I mean, that's pretty cool, y'all. I like this because they get an option for girls to play. They get to play, and if you play, and this is what I was trying to tell The Rock, he got to get a video game. He got to get a 2K video game with his football league. Because when little girls get to play this now, or little boys play this now, now some little boys will play this because they little. They just want to play whatever they want to play. Some little boys will play this. They'll play with Caitlin Clark and all this kind of stuff. And now they'll want to watch the games because now they know all the players on the team. This is how you help build your brand with a video game. Like little kids, they play video game. Now they know who to look for on the court. So yeah, man. But we're gonna get into more of this tomorrow. We got some more stuff. We're gonna talk more Colorado news. We're gonna talk about tomorrow. But y'all gotta keep an open mind, man. Let me see if I got anything else on here before I go. Let me see. Now we talked about the RG3 speed situation. And I see even RG3 got blackballed twice with the speed situation and with the croissant situation. Both times. Oh, so here what they saying on the Give Arena show. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of this. All right, and see now I want y'all to watch this now on the Give Arena show. When they ask The lady about, I think it's Cheryl Swoops, I think. When they ask her about the stuff, she don't never really give you a direct answer. And you know why she won't really give you a direct answer? Because if she ever give you a direct answer, now somebody can come at her for saying this or going to that side or going to that side. So she just kind of stay on the fence. And when you trying to teach a little kid something or a younger person, some person that's younger than you something, the youth, and you on the fence, they walk away not knowing the answer. Say it for what it is, stand on it. But guess what? Angel Reese in the space that she was never in the space. Even though she was good and she was a baller, some people might say she was better than Angel Reese. But she didn't have the same opportunities as her. She didn't make the same kind of money. She didn't have the same deal. So she don't really understand everything Angel Reese is going through. But let's listen to this, and I'm gonna let y'all hear this. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
I'm tired.
I'm tired for you.
The narrative is tired. My question though for I got chocolate on me. My biggest question.
What are your thoughts on the situation with Angel Reese and RG3 and this whole Angel hates Caitlin Clark situation?
I'm tired.
I'm tired for you.
The narrative is tired. My question though for I got chocolate on me.
See, I'm tired. Now she talking about she got chocolate on her, like she trying to change. She's buying time to change the narrative instead of just answering the question.
My biggest question though for RG3 is like, why do you keep Angel's name in your mouth? I feel like there.
Because he reports on sports, and Angel's always in the news. I can answer that question. That's why she keep being in my mouth. At first, I was just trying to report like all the good stuff. Then all the other stuff started coming out. And me and Promo was like, we was talking about some of it, but we was like, we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that. And then it just kept. It's like a pot that you have on the stove that you keep just. It's hot. It's boiling. But if you don't move it off that spot, it's gonna start spilling over the stove. And that's how we looking at this situation. Like, okay, she keep putting herself in a situation where it's gonna get really hot. And it might boil over.
There's, I don't know if he's obsessed with her. Huh?
It's his wife. That's why.
I don't know who it is. I just, I'm just tired of.
See, like, is he obsessed with her? RG3 has talked about the same stories that everybody else done talked about. Like, he's talking about the same stuff. Now, hold on. The one thing he did break was the little monkey thing. But when he broke that, he talked about how this is not acceptable. And he said, I was trying to keep her name out of my mouth because the whole thing, how her family and stuff got dragged into it, right? And you heard what Nick Young just said. It's her wife. Dog, what her wife got to do with the man with the post talking about the monkey? What does his wife has to do with the fight and all that stuff with Caitlin Clark and with the stuff in the face and all this kind of stuff? That don't got nothing to do with his wife. He talking about the sports, bro. Like, why y'all doing this? Why we can't just talk about the sports and talk about the right and the wrong? The reason why we can't talk about the right and the wrong, because Angel Reese is something wrong with some of this stuff. So now we can't talk about it. Like, I'm not gonna play this game, y'all. Let's not play this game, bro. Let's call it for what it is so the girl won't miss out on money. Y'all gonna mess around and keep sweeping this up on the rug, and she gonna end up losing out on the bag. And y'all gonna fund her GoFundMe account when she can't afford a house? No.
But I only saw that image when he posted it. I didn't see it. I didn't see it anywhere else.
I think at the point that image was not really, hadn't gone viral, was on a small account, had a limited amount of viewership on it, and he now elevates it, gets several million impressions on his tweet.
So to say, it's racist and we shouldn't do it and racism doesn't work, why are you sharing it?
That's why he's sharing it, because when people do racist stuff, you share it. And now if they had a job or something, they can lose their job. They can lose their job for doing stuff that when you're trying to bully people or you doing stuff bad to folks, you can lose your job or your friends and your family, people that thought it was cool. Like if this dude got any black friends or whatever, they see this, they can be like, man, I might not want to hang around Buddy no more. That's why you do this, to put light on it. Like, why I don't understand this? So if somebody do something racist to you, you don't want nobody to talk about it. Or would you want somebody to talk about it and bring light to it and hopefully bring some kind of justice to the situation? Can we use our big brain on this, y'all, or we gotta use our little brain? Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. But I just don't understand how people don't understand what's going on right now.
Because the only time I saw it was when he posted it. And then to say that somebody in Angel Circle called him and told him that she hates Caitlyn.
That's sick.
It's bullshit.
Yes.
Now he's saying this bullshit. So what y'all want him to do? Y'all want him to expose the person in the circle? That's what y'all want. Just say that. Say that. Say y'all want somebody in the circle to get. And then what if it's somebody that actually can help her move around, and then that relationship falls apart? What if it's somebody that actually helped her move up, and he knows RG3 or she knows RG3, and was like, yeah, she actually does, yeah, and now this gets exposed, and now she get an attitude with it, and now they have to stop doing their dealings. Y'all want that to happen? Well, RG3 just saying, look, man, somebody done reached out to me talking about the same stuff, somebody in your inner circle, but they can't talk to you because you don't want to listen to nobody. That's pretty much what he's saying.
It just is. And at some point, like as a grown man, like go find something else to do instead of sitting here trying.
All right. We back, y'all. We back.
Instead of sitting here trying to pit Angel against Caitlyn, I think both of them have actually said they don't hate each other. But I will also say if they don't like each other, that's okay.
Okay.
Like it's a lot of people I don't like.
Me too. There's a lot of people I hate.
too.
It's okay if
Sally
they don't like
Damn.
each other. I think there are a lot of NBA guys that don't like each other, but it's not blown out of proportion like this is. And he's talking about other people that are part of the problem. Like,
all right, so listen to what you're saying. It's a lot of NBA players that don't like each other. It's not blown out of proportion like this. All right, so when Gilbert Arenas and that guy had the gun situation, whatever, what happened with them? That was Gilbert Arenas' homeboy. They ended up getting suspended and all this kind of stuff. They lost a lot of money, right? Because it was arguing and fighting. It's a lot of people that do stupid stuff. When Steven Jackson always had that tough guy kind of attitude. When he got into that big old fight in the palace, the Malice in the Palace, the boy got suspended for a whole year. They lost millions of dollars. So it's just like, okay, so we just seen Angel Reese trying to fight Caitlin Clark. And like the dude that was on the pit the other day, the safety, he was saying once he read the fine for fighting, he was like, shoot, I ain't gonna never fight nobody. But he done got into a lot of issues on teams because of his attitude, right? So it's just like, so y'all just want us to not say nothing about none of this and let them just fall into these traps and lose money, or would y'all want us to say something about it before it actually happens so they can kind of get some help with it so it don't never happen. Like why we can't talk about these issues? And I dropped the link. I thought I dropped the link. I'm dropping the link right now. If anybody want to jump on, we'll probably stay on for like another 30. But I'm listening to this stuff, and it seems like it's a bunch of excuses, man.
You're a big part of the problem. Shout out to her mom.
So Shaq responded recently as well and said, had a direct threat to RG3, said if you ever post another monkey post of Angel again, he will punch you in your effing face.
As he should.
It was Shaq's words. Shaq and Angel obviously work together. Reebok, like his little sister, they're very present in it.
And and again, y'all, the odds. The reason why Caitlyn is getting so much love and support is because she was a victim. They felt into that victim kind of situation where everybody felt sorry for her, right? Y'all remember that? When everybody felt sorry for her. And that's why everybody started showing up, showing her love, going the extra mile to show her support, right? Yeah, people want to watch her shoot, and she can shoot. But the reason why a lot of people showed up for Caitlyn Clark is because they felt bad for her because she was getting treated wrong, right? So guess what, y'all? By RG3 sharing this, and when this dude making a post about her being a monkey and all this kind of stuff, it might make more people care about Angel Reese. And more people might start giving her the same sympathy that Caitlyn Clark is getting. And guess what? She might get more people to buy her shoes and support her. Have we thought about that too? Because we say this stuff, and I don't know if when we saying it, are y'all really listening? But we saying this stuff. Like Caitlyn got the sympathy vote. A lot of people say that. So guess what? This might help Angel get the sympathy vote. I don't know. I don't know if I just see stuff different than y'all, but what I'm hearing right now is just a bunch of like excuses.
LSU games and
yeah, I'm trying to figure out, is he posting it? Uncle Ruckus.
What'd you say?
See, he calling him Uncle Ruckus. And now see, I'm with Gilbert Arenas. Now watch what Gilbert about to say. He calling the man Uncle Ruckus. Dog, you was with a white girl too, bro. Cut it out, Swaggy Pete. You was with Iggy Azalea and you got caught. Your teammate told on you. You got caught. You was with a white girl. So stop acting like you won't never date white girl because you had you one and you got caught, bro. Stop it, man.
He posted it as like I'm showing the world this, and then I stand back and then pretend that I don't condone this. But I'm the one that's presenting it for the world to see.
Very offensive imagery.
So, like, again, all this what they talking about, offensive imagery, all this kind of stuff. Why is nobody talking about the person that posted it the first time, the person that created it? Why are we only talking about RG3 that shared it and said this is no place, like this shouldn't be happening in America? Like he's saying we shouldn't be doing this. I don't understand why we ain't talking about the source where it actually came from.
Last thing I'll say, I don't even want to talk about that monkey picture he posted. It's like for me, it should be about us celebrating, like Angel being only the third Black WNBA player to be on the cover of NBA 2K with Candace, Asia, and Angel. Like we should be celebrating that. We should be celebrating whether you like it or not. We should be celebrating Angel Reese getting a signature shoe. Like those are things in the women's game that have been unheard of.
All right, now she correct, right? And that's why I shared this stuff last week. That's why I already shared that last week. And that's what I said. That's why I'm so happy I have receipts, because I already shared this last week, right? I already talked about how she was breaking records last week, right? But when a dude is posting a video I mean, a picture of a person being a monkey, that's offensive to so many people. So we ain't gonna go after the person that made it. But guess what? The person that made it might be fair-skinned. So, newsflash, a lot of people that's not fair-skinned don't like talking about stuff that fair-skinned people did because you might get a slap on the wrist. You see, what's that? Fat Joe, he can't even talk about the people that robbed him. Like, so that's what's really going on, man. It's like people are scared. You scared to stand up to the person you really need to be standing up to. We're gonna talk about RG3 because he looked like us. But the person who really posted it, we ain't gonna talk about that person. We're not gonna talk about that person. We saying RG3 already on the wrong side of public opinion. Why is he on the wrong side of the public? Now, all right, we back. So I get what you're saying about the milkman thing, and that's what I'm saying. We talked about it earlier in the show. He Aki. He the black dude that hang out with different kind of people. He sometimes like the black military dude. Sometimes that black military dude that's moved and lived in all different places. When they go to a city, they don't never just hang out with the black people. They hang out with all kind of because they done been around all kind of stuff, and they got more on their palate than just hanging out and doing hood stuff and listen to rap music or whatever. They want to do a lot of other stuff because they've been exposed to a lot of other stuff. And I think RG3 is one of them kind of guys. I can tell the way he talk, he ain't from the hood like that, right? You can tell he went to a private school and all that kind of stuff. So RG3, he's gonna sing Aki to a lot of black people. It is what it is. It is what it is. We've been saying this a long time ago. He's gonna be Aki. And that's why a lot of black dudes that's a little Aki, they marry other races because they can deal with them better. They don't understand how to deal with a black woman with that energy that she gonna give you some days. It's hard to deal with that for some people. Some people it's a little easier. But let's finish this off, and we might wrap this. Let me see. I'm listening to a little bit more.
And for her to be able to grace the cover of NBA 2K, talking about her signature shoe, her release, like RG3, you want to go post something completely different and then blame it on somebody else when we should be celebrating what's going on in the women's game today.
Yeah, we talked about it. And, I sit here as like, them liking or not liking each other is irrelevant, right? It's irrelevant, but it's the safest topic in sports, black versus white, because that's been done through history, right? It's the American way, black versus white. That's more comfortable than the reality, and it's because it's lazy journalism, right? Instead of saying, hey, these two girls or women both got signature shoes within damn near 12 months of being professionals. That's a celebration. Being on the cover, that's a celebration. Having McDonald's, because the more, I don't care if you say they belong, there are numbers. One is playing basketball, one is playing media and understanding fucking business. Okay, period. I don't care if you like Angel or not, but
now that's true. You heard what Gilbert said. One is playing basketball, one is playing media, and he's speaking on Angel Reese, but Angel Reese is actually doing both. She understands the media. She's doing it. She's pumping herself because she has to, right? But she's also towing the line. If I'm gonna just say this right here, if this was an NBA player doing what she was doing, she'd already got a slap on the wrist. If it was an NBA player doing what she's doing, she would already have a slap on her wrist. Say she would. So what we just trying to say is, dog, chill out with all that, because you're doing a great job with all this other stuff. You don't even need that sideshow stuff, like the raunchy stuff. Keep marketing, but just cut the raunchy stuff out. Cut the risque stuff out. That's all we saying. All right, so I got you. So you said RG3 from a small town with like 3,600 people or 36,000 people. I got you. But guess what happens in a lot of these little small towns? In these small towns, when you a baller, you accept it. The other crowd say, "Hey, come over here." They invite you to their parties. They have you around a lot because there ain't a lot to do. So when you're the biggest thing in the town, everybody want to have a piece of you, and they invite you around, and they make sure you around their kids and all this kind of stuff because their kids think you fly. So they make it easier for you, and you start hanging around them. You start seeing other stuff, and then you start getting used to this culture. So that I want y'all to look at that and understand, because I've been in these kind of situations. I've seen places where like it's a dude around here. It's a dude around here in this town that I'm in now, a little small town. He won 5. Listen to me. He won 5 championships in basketball. And he got a mixed kid. And he was, last time I checked, he was with a white lady. But guess what? He was hanging around all the time. The white folks, they was always inviting him to all kind of stuff because he was so good in sports. They could pay his way. They could give him this. They could give him that. Black folks be like, "Hey man, you doing good, dog. A big time drug dealer might help you out a little bit, but for the most part, all they're gonna do is pat you on the back. They ain't gonna give you nothing." White folks gonna say, "Hey, look, come to our boathouse and we're gonna do this. We're gonna take the boat out and we're gonna go fishing." And you're like, "God dang." They'll give you some of their old rods and stuff. And like, we were little, we couldn't buy no rods. They just giving you stuff. And you said, see that you said he was military. You all spot on with that. See, I ain't even know his dad was military. So how this stuff kind of happened, y'all. Like I'm just talking from experience. But tomorrow, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all somebody that Angel Reese kind of remind me of. Not as far left wing, not as far out there as she is, but and this woman really messed up a lot of her opportunities in the beginning. She kind of got it on track now, but I'm gonna show y'all that tomorrow, and we're gonna talk about some more Colorado news. Let me just make sure real quick before I get up out of here. Oh, and this is for my guy Promo. 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 This is the guy you were going back and forth with me about, and you were saying how he shouldn't. I wanted to show y'all a little bit of that DJ Bless one. I want to show y'all a little bit of that DJ Bless. Do y'all got time to listen to some of that DJ Bless one? Hold on. Let me see. Do I have it? Let me get rid of that. Shaq, let me see. I might, if I got this, I want to show y'all a little bit of this DJ Bless one. If I can show y'all how some people they pick and choose what they're gonna say. I don't think it's on here. I don't think it's on here. And see, it might be. Nah, that ain't it. So I can't find DJ Bless one, his post. But he made a post, he was talking about a lot of this stuff, and he was just glossing over things a lot. He was doing a lot of glossing. But we're gonna talk about this big. I don't know if y'all, this might be the first time in history, y'all, that this happened. Texas A&M had a big defensive end. They had a big defensive end that went into the draft, and it didn't. He hasn't signed yet. And Promo was saying, how's this guy drafted so high? Like he didn't even have like numbers like that. He only had like 2 sacks. And I get it. I get what Promo was saying. but like his size and his speed and stuff he did at the combine made him a top pick, right? But he hasn't signed yet. They don't want to give. They're trying to give him a contract like what Ricky Williams had, when it's like really incentive based. So he's not getting a lot of money up front. So if you don't produce, you're not gonna get paid. So he's trying. He's still got another year eligibility. So they're trying to see, can he go back. This has never been done. But I'm gonna play this video and how this peak game. What if he come to Colorado? I don't think he's coming to Colorado, but he could.
Draft. So he's not a scrub. With fall camp only weeks away, rumors are circulating he actually might go back to college. Reports are actually coming out that he's back at Texas A&M working out with his college football team, despite going through the entire NFL Combine draft process and getting drafted in the first round. And I know what y'all are thinking. You already have an agent. He got drafted. He can't come back to college, right? Recent player empowerment and NIL and even the basketball rules might actually help Shemar Stewart out right now. Because since he hasn't signed with the Bengals and hasn't officially entered the NFL, he might have a way to come back. This would be an insane precedent if the Bengals actually lose their first round pick because they didn't want to sign a contract with him. As you can see, Shemar Stewart was at rookie minicamp and OTAs, ready to go, ready to play for the team, actually making bonds with his other teammates, but he was just waiting on his contract to be finished. He just wants the same language in everybody else's contract, but the Bengals won't give that to him because of being cheap. With the way NIL is, he won't get his full NFL contract as a rookie, but he can get 2, 3, maybe even $4 million to come back as an elite pass rusher for any college football team. And we know Texas A&M has deep pockets, so this would be an insane precedent to send. Please let me know down below. What do you think Shemar Stewart should do? Should he go back to Texas A&M and try to play in college for one more year? Or should he still try to work it out with the Bengals? But I can't see him signing that contract with the current language in it. Because how would you feel if you took a sick day at your job and your job's like, hey, we're not paying you anymore? Ridiculous. Remember to like and follow for more.
All right, so y'all see that. That was the big fella for Texas A&M. And I don't know if y'all remember, we were trying to get this big defensive end from, I think, last year. He actually went to Texas A&M, and him and Shemar, they played with each other. But they played on opposite sides of each other, pause. They played with each other. But I think Shemar actually got drafted before the other guy that we was trying to get. He was like the top defensive end in the portal last year, and he got drafted before him. I think the defensive end I'm talking about, he actually playing with Jimmy Horn with the Carolina Panthers. So this is a top talented guy, but they're trying to give him a crazy contract in case he's a bust. They're trying to give him a real fluky contract. If you thought he was going to be a bust, why you draft him in the first round? And the NFL do some weird stuff. You draft a dude in the first round, you think that it might be a bust, but people passing on should do it to the fifth round. Like, this is just crazy, dog. That's why I kind of stopped watching the NFL. That's why I stopped buying Madden and all that kind of stuff. If it weren't for Shador, I wouldn't be talking about the NFL. I wouldn't have got Madden this year, all this stuff. But just because I'm trying to show Shador some love. But the NFL, they just work my nerves, bro. They work my nerves. Last thing, I'm out of here, y'all. Look at the wide receiving core for the 49ers, dog. This is crazy right now. They got a 5'9" dude. They talking about him. He too small. They talking about another wide receiver just coming back off of ACL, MCL. They say he might start the season. They got another wide receiver that want a deal or he want to get traded. They got another guy that's facing suspension for DUI charges. And the white dude right here, luckily he has not been shot this offseason. I don't understand that. Maybe he got shot before or something. But they saying the 49ers had one of the most talented teams of all time like 2 years ago, especially on offense. Now they kind of like looking pedestrian. So we're going to see what Brock Purdy does now. We're going to see, because Cam Newton kind of went at him. We're going to see if Brock Purdy, whatever his name is, if he can produce at a high level now that he don't have the same talent that he used to have. But yeah, that's the show for tonight, man. Y'all stay cool, man. Don't get too crazy out here in these streets, man. Don't let this stuff bother y'all, man. Support Angel Reese. Go buy our shoes. Play the game. Eat your Wheaties. Eat you out there on Reese Puffs. Pray for Ryan Clark. And I think Asante Samuel should be in the Hall of Fame. 50 interceptions. Stop playing. Oh, hold on, y'all. God dang it. The biggest story of the night. God dang it. The biggest story of the night. My bad, y'all. My bad. The biggest story of the night. Travis Hunter. Now I'll hit this at the beginning of the show tomorrow. Travis Hunter just signed. He signed on July the 15th. And with, I think it's Tone. And I don't know if y'all know who Tone is, but this is, oh, where's the other picture at? Okay. Is this it right here? I think there's the other picture. All right. Kai, do y'all remember when Travis Hunter did that touchdown celebration when he was crawling in the end zone? And I think he like crawled and he like peed on something or something. And Kai told him to do that celebration. And Coach Prime was like, you gonna do that? And he was like, yeah, man. So see, Travis was setting it up. Travis might be smarter than what we think, y'all. Travis got a deal for his little brother. Travis got a deal for his little brother. Travis brought his mama a house before he got his NFL money. Travis is married now. When you're married, you become more marketable when you're married because now it's harder for you to get in trouble. It ain't harder, but if you're respectable and all that kind of stuff, you won't get in as much trouble. You don't got to worry about you trying to talk to any of the people at the job and all this kind of stuff. So it's safer to deal with a married man. So he's going to get more deals and all this kind of stuff. And Kai just signed him to Tone. He's the first athlete, NFL athlete, whatever, blah, 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 to be signed to Tone. Do y'all understand how much money? These dudes make more money than NFL players. Listen, the top ones, not everybody, the top ones, right? Now they talking about signing Speed to a $600 million deal for 2 years. And I think Kai is bigger than Speed, right? So now Travis has hooked this bandwagon in this. And I think that's what Shiloh trying to do too. I think Shiloh, that's why Shiloh's streaming whatever. He's trying to show people he's dedicated and he want to stream, right? Travis might be one of the highest paid NFL players in the next few years and one of the top streamers because you got to understand, Travis got a different kind of like battery in his back because he got the NFL behind him now. So a lot of the NFL people, once they find out he's streaming or whatever, they're gonna go. A lot of kids gonna go. So now he's finna grow so fast, and now he's with Kai. So he's gonna do a lot of stuff with Kai. And Kai's not dumb. He's not signing Travis Hunter just because he liked Travis Hunter. He know Travis Hunter finna have a different kind of fan base because I don't know Kai for real. I've heard about Kai, but I don't really know who Kai is. I know about Travis. I watch every play Travis done had. So every time when Kai and Travis do something together, I'm gonna probably see it now because I follow Travis. So Kai's gonna get a lot of Travis fans. This is a smart move, bro. This is a smart move. But Travis Hunter might end up making like, because we told y'all before, during the off season, the NFL players don't get paid. If he really crank up his streaming in the off season, he might still make the same kind of money he making during the season, during the off season, fishing, playing basketball, playing video games, doing all kind of. And I've said Travis got the personality. Travis got one of them Nickelodeon kind of personalities where he can just have fun doing regular stuff and just make it fun, and it's kid friendly. So this might be a mega deal right here. A lot of people ain't talking about this, but this might be stupid crazy. And people like Travis, that's them Aki kind of dudes. And look, Travis' wife, she ain't technically black. She different. It's like that RG3, that speedy kind of brand when they ain't really black. He didn't even know who Lil Wayne was. But he's gonna attract a crowd. He's gonna cross over. Because so many people gonna be able to relate to him that don't look like us because he just do stuff that we normally don't do. Like his girlfriend said he wouldn't come to the party, he'll stay out in the car. And a lot of black dudes doing that. But Travis was thinking about all this kind of stuff and thinking about playbooks and whatever. So he dedicated to whatever he's trying to do. He's a hard worker. A lot of people gonna want to hit their brand at Travis because he's gonna put in the work and make sure it's profitable, right? But yeah, so that was the big story on Travis, man. He's just saying, I don't know the numbers or whatever. We find out about the numbers or whatever, we'll bring that to y'all. but Travis just signed a major deal, y'all. I'm happy for the young man. I hope he do great things. I hope all y'all that's watching the stream do great things. And y'all hit the like button on the way out. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. I'm gonna try to go live at 10, but we will see. We will see.